Good afternoon, viewers. This is Dr. Sudhamoy Behura. Today, I am going to discuss on the the third class on environmental laws. Okay, and it is our 11th lecture of the lecture series of AECC1 Environment Study and Disaster Management for all undergraduate students. Okay, that means for first semester B.SC become and BA students. Okay, and this lecture will also be helpful for the students, those who are preparing for their competitive examinations. Okay, we have already discussed 10 lecturers on different aspects of environments, okay, as per your syllabus. So it is our 11th lecture and third lecture on environmental laws. Okay, so in the first lecture of environmental law we have discussed about Water PCP Act. Then in the second class we discussed on Air PCP Act. Okay, then today we will discuss on Environment Protection Act, which is enacted in the year 1986. Okay, my dear viewers. You can watch all my classes or all my videos through the playlist, and this 11th class or 11th lecturer from 1 to this you will find in my playlist, that is AECC1 Environment Study and Disaster Management for English medium. Okay, and simultaneously I have also planned for making video for Odia medium also. Okay, but up to but the Odia medium students, they have to keep some patience. Okay, because after completing this I will bring some more. Okay, so let us see. uh, so uh, in this environmental law, so as we have discussed earlier, that we have total two laws. Okay, or that is article 48A and article 51AG as per the constitution. These two has the provisions to provide the environment protection for one citizen. Okay, so the period of 1970s, if we will go to our past, the period of 1970s experienced an ascent globally industrialization. Okay, we have entered to industrialization phase, leading to degradation of the environment at a very high pace, because we only think about the developmental aspects, industrialization, but we have neglected the environmental aspects. That's why the environmental pollution has increased up to manifold. So the need was felt for a combined effort towards environment conservation from all over the world. Okay. So the result of these combined efforts was the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment, that is known as UNCED, and that is also known as the Stockholm Conference, which was held in 1972 from 5th to 16th June 1972. Okay, and in India, you must have heard about the Bhopal gas tragedy that was held in the year 1984, and from this onwards, they called for urgent legislation in the field of environment. In this background, the Parliament passed the Environment Protection Act in the year 1986, and simultaneously the Environment Protection Rule to protect the environment from pollution. Then let us give one look on Stockholm Conference that was held in 1972. So the Stockholm Conference was held from 5th to 16th June 1972 by the UN Conference on Human Environment. Okay. The focus of this conference was the state of the global environment and the relationship between economics, science and the environment in a political context. Okay. So the emphasis was on solving environmental problems. So in this conference, the emphasis was given on solving different environmental problems, but without ignoring social, economic and developmental policy factors. So it is not the matter that we will only go for environmental solutions, environmental progress, and we will ignore the other aspects of development like social, economic, developmental policies. So here this Stockholm Conference emphasizes on giving emphasis on every aspects of development. Okay. So our country played a very significant contributory role in this conference, and this conference laid the foundation of environmental legislation in India. So from this convention or from this conference, the foundation was laid down on environmental legislation in our country. Okay. So now let us see what is the provisions are there in Environment Protection Act. So the act came into force on November 1986. Okay, and it extends to the whole of India. The act was passed to provide for the protection and improvement of environment and for matters connected with this environmental protection. The Act gives certain powers to the central government to take measures for the purpose of protecting and improving the quality of the environment and to prevent environmental pollution. Okay. And this particular act, that is Environment Protection Act, it is an umbrella legislation designed to provide a framework for central government coordination of the activities of various central and state authorities, okay, established under previous laws, such as we have discussed in the Water Act and Air Act. So here there are some important definitions, that is environment and environmental pollutant, environmental pollution. Okay. So environment include water, air, land and the interrelationship which exists among and between water, air and land and human beings. Okay. Then other living creatures, plants, microorganisms and property. Then environmental pollutant means any solid, liquid or gaseous substance present in such concentration as or tend to be injurious to environment. Okay. So the environmental pollutant, those are substances which present in the atmosphere that have the capability or potential to create injury. Okay. Then environmental pollution means the presence in the environment of any environmental pollutants. Okay. So it is the definition or important definition of some terms. So I have told you that section 2 tells about the definition of some important words. So this environment word is defined as per section 2A. Environmental pollutants is defined as per section 2B and environmental pollution is defined in section 2C. Okay. So you have to remember all these things. Short question may come. So in this act, the central government is most powerful. Okay. So section 3 tells that general powers of the central government. What are the important powers? So central government has the power to take all necessary measures for environment protection. Then coordinate the action of state governments, lay down standards of environment quality and pollutants, execute nationwide programs, then restriction of areas for industries and inspecting industrial premises, preparation of manuals, codes or guides and Section 4 tells that the central government may appoint officers and entrust them with such powers and functions it may deem fit. Okay. So these are all the laws. So my dear viewers or my dear students, you have to write some notes so that you can at least represent in the examination if this act comes as short question or maybe as long question. Okay. So as per section 5, the central government is empowered to issue directions to any person, any officer or any authority. Okay. And with power to disconnect electricity and water supply also. So the central government is empowered to make rules to regulate environmental pollution as per section 6. Okay. So what are the power? So the standards of quality of air, water or soil. The maximum allowable limits of pollutants. The procedures for the handling of hazardous substances. The prohibition and restriction on the location of industries. Then the procedures and safeguards for the prevention of accidents. Okay. These are the powers or empowerment of the central government according to section 6 of this Environment Protection Act. So let us discuss some salient features of this act. Okay. So this act deals with criminal jurisdiction. Central government is most powerful as we discussed in previous sections. Okay. Environmental labs are established or authorized by central government, state government, CPCB or state pollution control boards. Then standards are laid down by central government, state government, central pollution control board or state pollution control board. Then stringent penalties and punishments. Then person having highest authority is prosecuted. Hazardous wastes are defined and special procedure is laid down and locus standi is relaxed and any person can file a case. This act is also applicable to government department and this is an umbrella legislation. Okay. So there are several rules laid down under the Environment Protection Act. Few of the important rules are like so my dear students, under this umbrella legislation that is Environment Protection Act, there are several rules. Okay. So out of which we will discuss few like your Environment Protection Rule that was enacted in 1986, Hazardous Waste Rules in 1989, now it is amended in 2016. Then Biomedical Waste Rules 1998, Municipal Solid Waste Rules 2000, Noise Pollution Rules 2000, then Ozone Depleting Substance Rule 2000, then Battery Waste Rules 2001, Plastic Waste Rules 2011, then Electronic Waste Rule 2011. Okay. Then notification for restricting industries in Doon Valley area that was enacted in 1989. Then Coastal Regulation Zone Notification 1991 amended in now 2011. Then notification for declaration of eco-sensitive zone 1991. Then notification for declaration of Matheran as eco-sensitive zone 1992. Then notification for declaration of Mohabaleshwar as eco-sensitive zone in the year 1993. Then notification on fly ash in the year 2000. Then EIA notification 2006. EIA means Environment Impact Assessment Notification 2006. Okay. So This is a small video, and we have discussed the salient features of Environment Protection Act. Okay, so if you like this discussion, then please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you viewers, thank you students. So we will again meet in another video on some other aspects of this environment. Okay, so till then, bye bye, take care, thank you, bye.